Hello, my name is Gareth. You're watching the Hub Online Network. It's Friday, it's Easter. Well, Easter weekend. Anyway, let's get started with the show. So yes, happy Easter weekend. Sorry that it's coming in these weird times that we are living in. Let's get my let's add a little bit of respect to this as much as I can here. Let's do my least favorite part of the show. Let's talk about the numbers. So yesterday we were looking at 1,600,000, this is worldwide, 1,600,863 cases. With 95,530 deaths, with 39,432 people in the hospital, with 355,561 people that had recovered, and hopefully they are feeling better. But now, as of today, we are looking at 1,699,522 total cases. 102,777 total deceased, 39,783 people in the hospital, with 381,531 people that have recovered. And that number has almost gone up by 30,000, not quite, more like 26,000 people. So congratulations to the people that have gotten better. Unfortunately, the number of, so we've almost gone up 100,000 people of being sick in a day. So that is a number. We have passed over 100,000 deaths, unfortunately. How does that reflect on BC? So, Provincial Health Officer Bonnie Henry has said that there are 5 more people who have died from COVID-19, and there are 40 new cases that have been reported in BC. In a news release, Henry and Health Minister Adrian Dix say that the total number of cases in the province has now reached 1,410. And there are now 2 more cases in the interior region in the last 24 hours. But so far, of all of those numbers, 879 people have gotten better. So again, hope those people feel much better now, and we can move on from the numbers. Whoop. So if you haven't, or if you're sitting at home going, I wish I could talk to Gareth and just say what's on my mind, you can give me a call at 250-457-0538. We do have Jessica at home watching the chat in the chat for the video. So if you have anything that you would like to say with Jessica, please type it into the comment box on this video. I can see the comments, but I cannot respond other than in video, so we can go from there. So what do we got? So yesterday, what I meant to read out was a joint statement by the Ministers of Health for British Columbia and Alberta, of course Alberta being our closest neighbors in Canada. So, Adrian Dix, Minister of Health for British Columbia, and Tyler Shandro, Minister of Health for Alberta, have issued the following joint statement. Albertans and British Columbians have deep and historic ties. Many of us have family and friends on both sides of the border and enjoy visiting each other's provinces. A typical long weekend is something that we look forward to throughout the year. It's a chance to spend a little extra time with our loved ones, often in gatherings or on trips out of town. This long weekend, however, is different. These are extraordinary times. A global pandemic puts us all at risk, and we all must stay home and stay in our communities and stay at a safe physical distance from others when outside. Spending a holiday away from each other we care about is difficult, but what we are doing matters. Together we are helping slow the spread of COVID-19. Let us be clear, staying home means no traveling, especially across our borders. Instead, we encourage everyone to find ways to connect virtually on this long weekend, including by video chat or with phone calls. So, and they say thank you all for doing your part and a special thanks to the many faith leaders who have found innovative ways to virtually celebrate important holidays like Passover, Easter, and Ramadan with their congregates. Please continue to make every effort to protect loved ones, our elders, and our healthcare workers. Now more than ever, we need you to keep it up. So that is the joint statement from the health ministries of BC and Alberta. And just to reiterate, yes, this is an important religious weekend, but please stay home. If you have to do something, do it over the phone or via video chat. This means that you cannot, we cannot tell you not to do anything. We can suggest that you do not go and see your extended family. Whoever is in your house are the people that you can spend time with. So please keep that in mind this long weekend. Now, so I get rid of that. So just a quick story of Easter. So why are we celebrating Easter this weekend? Well, Easter is when, if you are a person of faith, Jesus Christ was crucified, his body was kept in a tomb, and during this time many people were sad by his death. But after 3 days he was risen and came out of the tomb alive. This is why we celebrate Easter, is to celebrate that specific thing, biblical story. So that being said, the Hub Online Network has filmed the St. Albans Church ceremony service for Easter Sunday. That'll be posted tomorrow night at 11 p.m. for Sunday morning. So if that's something that you are interested in checking out, please do. You can find it on our YouTube page, and we will link it to our Facebook page. You can also check out the St. Albans website. It'll be posted there as well. And please, if you guys at home have any suggestions for us, you can email us at hon@ashcrofthub.com. Tell us how we're doing. If there's anything that you would like to see us do differently, some stories that you would like us to go more in depth on, we would like to know how we can make these videos better. So again, email us here or comment on this video or phone me at 250-457-0538. Now, getting into, you know what? Let's talk about the businesses that are open. Where's that? I lost it. Jessica, if you happen to have the lists from our previous videos of what businesses are open, can you please message them to me so I can read those out? I thought I had it, but I must have closed that window. Okay, so residents of Cache Creek, the Easter Bunny is coming to town. So Jessica, those would be in the comments on last Friday's video. Thank you. So residents of Cache Creek, the Easter Bunny is coming to town. The Easter Bunny has asked that all the young people decorate their windows, and on Sunday morning, the first responders will be driving around the community with the Easter Bunny so that the Easter Bunny can see their decorations and can wave to them along the route. To make sure everyone stays safe, we ask that you stay in your homes or in your own yard as we drive by. Please observe social distancing. Look for us Sunday morning starting at around 9:15 a.m. We will plan another fun event once the COVID-19 situation is passed, so please stay safe, and we look forward to seeing your artwork and smiling faces. Please note that we will not be going down any dead-end roads. Thank you. So again, the first responders are going to be driving around Cache Creek, and they're asking that if you have kids or if you're an adult, paint some artwork in your windows so that the first responders that are driving by can see your artwork, but please remain in your yards. They will have the Easter Bunny with them, so keep that in mind. And again, that is around 9:15 in the morning. That being said, John Horgan, the the Premier of British Columbia, let me just pull up this, where is it here? Special exemptions. As Premier of the province of British Columbia, I hereby authorize the Easter Bunny to travel freely into and throughout the province of British Columbia for the essential service of spreading excellent cheer. I love the egg puns that the Premier has come up with. I'm sure that it was not necessarily the Premier, but the people working with him. But thank you for that. So the Easter Bunny, and I think that there's one for the Tooth Fairy as well. They will be allowed to still perform their duties at this time, just in case your kids are worried. So, attention Safety Mart food shoppers. Almost 4 weeks ago, the way we run our everyday business changed, and it's continuing to change day by day. We have implemented changes with both our staff and customers in the interest of the health and safety of everyone. We have just as much uncertainty as you do, but continue to try and do our best. With the situation continuing to change so fast, we are always monitoring day by day. One thing we politely request is that if there are any questions or concerns about how we are currently handling the situation involving COVID-19, please come in and approach management instead of using social media platforms. It can be upsetting to staff to read this type of negativity when they are trying their best in what is a hard situation on everyone. Our supply levels are still below normal, but we have hopes that they will level out soon. Your patience regarding this is very much appreciated. Also appreciated are all of the positive comments that you continue to offer. They're uplifting and always boost the spirits. Our goal is to continue to offer the best customer service to the great people at Ashcroft and Cache Creek and surrounding communities. From the Safety Mart family to your family, we'd like to wish you a happy Easter and hope that you're all staying safe, healthy, and continue to practice social distancing. So that is from the management of Safety Mart. So please, if you have negative comments, either keep them to yourselves or go in and talk to the management specifically about how they can solve the situation. Do not go on social media and start bad-mouthing the people of Safety Mart. They don't deserve it. They're doing a hell of a job for you and everyone in the communities. So please, if you have an issue, go in and talk to them. That being said, the management and staff would like to wish all of our great customers and their families a happy but safe Easter. Here are the business hours for the long weekend. So today, Friday, they are open from 10 to 5. Saturday, 9 to 6. Sunday, they will be closed. Yes, that's right. Safety Mart will be closed on Sunday. So plan your groceries accordingly. And Monday, they are back open 9 to 6. Please remember that we want all of our loved ones this weekend. Please remember that we want to be with all of our loved ones this weekend, but it's important to continue to follow the rules of social and physical distancing. So, yes, so please remember that Sunday, Safety Mart will be closed. And I have a video. So I did a interview with Barbara Roden today. She actually came into the studio. We practiced very safe physical distancing. She was literally like 15 feet away from me, but she did come in. She did not touch any surfaces. I opened up all the doors for her and all that stuff. And I made sure that I cleaned and wiped everything down before she got here and right after she left. But we have a little bit of an excerpt from that meeting or interview now. So this is just a little extra excerpt with Mayor Barbara Roden. She's in studio. We are keeping our physical distance though. We're probably, 15 feet apart?
Yep,
right
about
now?
that. Hi Gareth, how are you doing?
I'm really good.
Good.
I have personally wiped down everything with an ammonia bleach cleaner, and Barbara is not touching any door handles.
Nope.
So,
The smell of disinfectant is strong with this one.
So I just we just did an interview that'll be up on Tuesday, but this is just a little extra thing. So do you have any quick messages for the people of Ashcroft during this extended weekend for Easter?
It's a very strange Easter weekend, but to all the kids out there, the Easter Bunny has been declared an essential service worker, so don't worry. I'm sure that the Easter Bunny will be observing physical distancing and placing the eggs 6 feet apart and everything, so you're good. But no, it is an odd Easter weekend. Something that I know has been getting a lot of positive buzz is the scavenger hunt. And so huge thanks to Joyce Buckland and her team of volunteers who phoned me up. Joyce phoned me up and said, hey, what do you think of this idea? And I said, sounds great. And I know from talking to Joyce, it has gone over so well. She's already had, as of Today's Friday. As of Wednesday, she'd already had, I think, close to 40 entries dropped off. And a lot of people are taking the time with their entry forms to write in the margins, little messages like, what a great idea, I had so much fun. She's had people who don't even have kids calling her and saying, we're a couple and we like going out for walks. We don't have any kids. Can we do the scavenger hunt? And it's open to everyone. It's still open till tomorrow. The deadline for dropping off your entry forms is 11 p.m. Go on to the Hub online network or the Ashcroft Hub Facebook page for details. And it's still not too late to pick up an entry form, but it's been a really nice bright spot, and I've seen people going out, family groups going out and doing the scavenger hunt. So it's been a really great idea.
Are there any quick shout outs that you'd like to give to the population? Like for example, I've been doing a daily person of the day. There's someone that comes to your mind that has sort of gone above and beyond during this COVID-19 pandemic?
Haley Stefanik at the Jackson House. I think they're doing a wonderful job with our most vulnerable people. I think anyone who's working in long-term care, health care, thank you so much for taking care of our seniors and who are the most vulnerable people. Thank you for keeping them safe. Thank you to the first responders who are still, ready and willing to go out there if they get the call. And thank you to the people on the front lines, whether it's Tyrone at Safety Mart, or whether it's Jonathan at the pharmacy, or whether it's the team at Home Hardware. Thank you for being there and for enabling us to have some kind of normalcy about our lives, because I think that's what everyone wants right now. You want something that's normal. And so anyone who's providing that is, huge thank you for giving hope to the rest of us and showing us what we're going to go back to one day, hopefully soon.
Do you and Christopher have any Easter plans that you're going to do?
I think the Easter Bunny did drop off something for our address, so that's kind of nice. And I think I hope he'll be dropping something off with our son up in Prince George, because you're never too old for the Easter Bunny to pay a visit with some of those nice things he can sometimes bring. But nope, staying at home over the weekend, physical distancing. We did, actually, only one of us did a big shop yesterday at the supermarket, so, we're stocked up and good to go. The one thing I haven't done is bake bread. I have a feeling that if you took all the sourdough starter in Ashcroft and Cache Creek, you could probably fill a good-sized pool. So to me, that's just amazing, the amount of baking. And I've read so many scholarly articles about why people are baking, and it's just amazing to me that of all the things that people are doing, baking bread is the big one. But I think that's great. And if anyone out there has a loaf of sourdough bread that's looking for a good home, hello, you know where I live. If you know where I live, if I were to go outside and find a loaf of sourdough bread on the doorstep, I would not be unhappy.
Talking about baking, Deb Toohey happened to put out a thing about, you can buy flour, you can buy yeast, and I personally have been having problems in stores finding these baking goods, and so I took advantage of that, and so although part of my order got mixed up, and I think I owe Deborah more money, so I ordered 2 bags of flour, 3 things of yeast. And I got 3 bags of flour, 2 things of yeast. Okay. So I think I have enough flour to sink a ship now.
Bannock. You have to make bannock. It doesn't need yeast.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Ooh, there we go. Now we're talking.
Now you're talking.
But Debbie, I think I owe you $25.
You heard it here.
Anyway, so thank you very much for coming in, Barbara. I'll let you go home now. And you have yourself a fantastic Easter.
Okay, and happy Easter to everyone, and happy Passover, happy Ramadan, whatever you happen to celebrate. And if you don't celebrate anything, still have a happy weekend and enjoy the sunshine that's out there, and be kind, and see you all again soon.
So thank you, Barbara, for coming in and for those great statements. Now let's talk about the businesses that are open in both Ashcroft and Cache Creek. So right now, as things are, Safety Mart is open, Interior Savings is open, but they are only taking people over the phone. So you can't go into Interior Savings anymore. Both thrift stores are closed. Gemini Wellness Services are online only. The Central Cafe is takeout only. Unity is closed. Ashcroft Barber is closed. IDA is open Monday to Friday, but they will not be open today or this weekend at all. But they will be open Monday again. Liquor store is open. Ashcroft Bakery is closed. Service BC is open. Fields is open. Post office is open. NGN is over the phone only. Nature's Gifts is open, but with reduced hours. Revelations is closed. The Bottle Depot is open from 9 until 2 p.m. Home Hardware is open 8 to 4, Monday to Friday. Library is closed. Quality Glass is open, and gas stations are open. In Cache Creek, Riverside Motel is closed. Star House is closed. Husky is open, but takeout only. The Esso is open. Heartland is takeout only. Lordco open. Sandman open. RBC open, but they have their doors locked. You can only call in or over the phone or internet. The Oasis is closed. Desert Inn is open. Manny's is takeout only. Beer and wine store is open. Jade Shop is closed. Caribou Clear, of course, has deliveries only, and you can still pick up bottles at Safety Mart and Grub Steak. Robbie's is open. Vet is open, but you must stay in your car. They will come to you. Annie's is takeout only. DQ is drive-through only. Subway is closed. Cache Creek Inn is open. Cal Tire open. Chevron open. A&W drive-through only. BC Liquor Store is open. Sage Hills Motel is open. Petrocan open. Bear's Claw is closed. Cheryl's Place is takeout only. Horstein's is open. Village Office is closed to the public. But you can call Mayor Tallarico and or CAO Dawson on business work days, so starting next Tuesday again, between 11 and noon, and they'll answer any questions that you may have. The Indian Band Natural Resources office is closed. The machine shop is open. Community Hall is closed. Tumbleweed Inn is open. Sunset Motel is closed. Grub Steak is open with reduced hours. And Super Suds is open. And last but not least, the Junction Coffee Shop is closed for the immediate future. Whew, what a list. Who would have thought that our small towns have so many businesses? So Raven, if you're watching, this would be a good time to call if you are waiting. So good afternoon, Desert Hills customers. We are officially open Saturday, April 11th at 9 a.m. That is tomorrow. We will open every day from 9 to 6. As many of you know, we can get very busy and we must ask as a team through these difficult times. Social distancing will be enforced and we would appreciate everyone to respect these rules. When arriving at Desert Hills, there will be a line limiting the amount of people entering the store, and as you enter, you must sanitize your hands regardless of whether you are wearing gloves or not. The carts will be ready when you enter and sanitized after each use. When shopping, it's a very large area, so please respect everybody's space. And when proceeding to the tills, please follow the indicated lines on the floor with safe distancing. Hello, it's the Hub Online Network.
Hello, is this?
Yeah, this is.
It is. You sound a little fuzzy and cut outy. I don't know if it's my end or yours.
Well, hopefully we won't be fuzzy and cut outy anymore. How's that?
I can hear you now.
Perfect.
I heard it was a good time to call
It
now that you got through your extensive list.
It sure is, Raven. How you doing?
Good. How are you today? It's awfully sunny, and I enjoy your outfit today, or your look, I should say.
Oh, thank you. I've been cultivating these ears for a while.
Oh yes, they're quite nice. I haven't seen a blue-nosed bunny
Well,
in a while.
I suggested a black nose, but my wife said that you should stick with the color that the ears are. So
It's very festive indeed.
the ears are blue.
It looks great. I like it. So, I heard you guys are doing an Easter scavenger hunt, and it turns out that Clinton actually has something really similar going on as well.
Oh, do tell.
So they have, of course, I have to give a shout out to Teacher Sandy, and that is Sandra Barrage, who is also a village counselor in Clinton. So last week when we spoke, I mentioned the birthday parade that she was behind the organization of. That was really, really fun. Now she's actually organized another event, which is the Easter hunt that's spanning a couple days in the community. And she came up with that idea because in the past few years, she and I have been on the Spirit of Clinton committee together, and we've always held the traditional children's Easter egg hunt in RegCon Park. But obviously that couldn't happen this year, so she decided that a virtual Easter egg hunt would do. And it's kind of taking the form of what you're doing in Ashcroft, but also what the World of Hearts are doing with drawing, pictures on their windows. So some people are cutting out printouts and painting them, and others are actually hanging eggs in their trees outside and putting them on stakes in their yards. And it's called the Clinton Egg Hunt 2020.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome. People are starting to say that they want to do it every year.
Oh, well, and those are really the what's the word I'm looking for? Unintended things that can really come out of all of this, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because Sandy said that it kind of seems like some of the adults are having more fun than the kids, and I think I heard Barbara saying something along the same lines. So it's great to see that people of all ages are finding different ways to adapt and still celebrate these special times, even though it's kind of a challenging time for everybody.
And how do people sign up to do this Easter egg hunt? Do you know?
So there's actually a public group on Facebook which has all the rules. So that's called Clinton Egg Hunt 2020. But for those who aren't on Facebook, what they can do if they're in the village of Clinton is, of course, continue practicing your social distancing rules. But folks can go around, bring maybe even just your phone and write down on your phone. But eventually you'll need a piece of paper and a pen or pencil to write down the number of eggs that you count. So this is more of an egg counting challenge than a scavenger hunt like what's going on in Ashcroft.
Okay.
And so far, I'm looking at the Facebook page, and it's been going on, it just started today, so April 10th at 12 noon, and it's going to last for 2 days until the 12th. And on that day, folks who have counted their egg numbers will be able to, I believe, bring those numbers to the park. And then there's going to be goodie prizes for everybody. I think they're still figuring out exactly how they're going to give those away safely. But those details are all online, and it looks like I would say there's probably hundreds of eggs in Clinton. Like, it's miraculous the amount of eggs that I'm seeing right now. They're absolutely everywhere, and the phrase that just keeps popping up on my timeline says, eggs are up. Eggs are up here, eggs are up there. And if you didn't know what was going on, it might sound kind of goofy, but it's quite lovely to see all the colors and people getting out of their houses, and it's inspiring, actually.
That's very cool. And what's nice is that it's not exactly the same as what's happening in Ashcroft, so it's nice to have a little bit of a difference, so it's not always the same thing. So right on.
Exactly. Yeah, I heard they're doing variations kind of this virtual Easter egg hunt across the globe, which is really nice because obviously other Seder's have been canceled or postponed, or some are being done virtually, and other ways of celebrating the holiday are having to be done online. So it's nice that people are finding ways to adapt.
Right on. Is there anything else going on in Clinton these days?
Well, there's a few things in Clinton that I should definitely just mention. First of all, if any Clintonites are listening, I should just be transparent and let them know that there will be no regular Clinton rundown for the foreseeable future. That's one of the cutbacks that has been made just through the pandemic. However, I'm going to be doing my best to deliver some news and updates. So one thing that's important that I should share is that, unfortunately, the Mayball Rodeo has been postponed.
Okay.
And the organizers officially announced that just yesterday or the day before, I believe. And I believe that Katie McCullough said she's hopeful that maybe they can reorganize, replan for late summer. But of course, that's kind of up in the air right now. But at this point, that means that the annual ball and the annual rodeo won't be happening. And that's something that a lot of people in Clinton look forward to. So definitely something to note.
And when was that supposed to happen?
That usually happens the May long weekend is when the ball happens, and I believe it's the last weekend itself in May when the rodeo takes place. And so that's the parade, all of those events, 2 days of rodeo, Heritage Week. It's a big thing for Clinton, and to my knowledge, this has obviously never happened before in the history of the rodeo and the ball. The Clinton May Ball is the longest running event of its kind in Canada, and this will be the first year that it won't be happening in May.
Wow,
So that's historic in its own way, but that's just something that's happening everywhere. Obviously, we all are kind of mourning cancellations, and that's okay because we're finding new ways to celebrate and, move forward.
for sure. Is the Clinton Council still getting together? Do you know?
From the sounds of it, they are. I actually was reading through the council agenda just yesterday, and it sounds like they're still getting together and meeting, practicing social distancing, of course. But I know that there is no acting CAO there in Clinton.
Oh.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure what will be happening with that in the future, although I do hope to get some clarification shortly from Mayor Swan, as I'd previously reported on the CAO. She was fairly new and she had left not long ago, was feeling sick and left the community, and to my knowledge she has not returned, and I believe Angela Smith is acting in her sort of interim position for the purposes of meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know that Daniela Dick, who is from Clinton, is still acting as the interim CAO in Ashcroft, which is great.
Yep.
For Daniela, because she's just an organizational powerhouse, so Ashcroft is lucky to have her.
Right on. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I should just say that I think the Clinton Food Bank is still open.
Awesome.
But of course, the Citizen of the Year event has also been postponed.
Yeah, so is the one in Ashcroft.
Yeah, so that's something to note, but that doesn't mean that we can't still, think about who's doing good for the community, and recognize people who are doing things that are beneficial for others. So I've been really loving that you've been highlighting that on your daily show. So thanks for doing that.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course.
Right on.
That's about all I have to share with you today, I think. Other than that, it's sunny, which is awesome.
Right? Yes, the weather is getting much, much better. It's supposed to be getting up to 18 degrees next week. So.
I know, it was about 16 here at some point yesterday, and I couldn't believe how fast the snow was melting.
Right on. Well, I'll let you get back to your afternoon then, but let's maybe plan to talk again on Wednesday next week.
Certainly.
Okay.
I hope you have a good rest of your show, Gareth.
Yeah, thank you again.
Okay, bye
All right,
now.
bye. So that was Raven, a journalist from Clinton and 100 Mile. So thank you very much for calling in. And again, we'll talk to you next week. Right on. So getting back to the thing from Desert Hills, where was I here? So when shopping, it's a very large area, so please respect everybody's space. And when proceeding to the tills, please follow the indicated lines on the floor with safe distancing. Ice cream, playground, and animal barn is closed until further notice. It's so tough for us to not open with a bang, but it's a must during these times. We want to thank you for your understanding during these difficult times. We want to get through this, and in the meantime, let's plant a garden. That being said, my wife and I have been working very hard in our victory garden. We have about not quite half of our garden cleaned out of grass, so we're going to be working on that all weekend long over Easter to get our garden ready. So yes, so on a more positive note, we have one of the biggest vegetable selections ever, pansies, strawberries, and a lot of other cooler item products. Seeds galore, succulents, and so much more. So that is at Desert Hills. So thank you, Desert Hills, for staying open and being open. Hope that your first couple of days go very, very well. So go check out Desert Hills this weekend, but remember to keep your social distancing. So help is only a phone call away. That being said, let's put up the number. So help is only a phone call away with the new COVID-19 helpline for the Ashcroft, Cache Creek area. Do you or does someone you know need assistance with the local pickup of groceries, medicines, or other supplies? Do you need mail pickup? Do you need spiritual support or want someone to talk to? A number of local organizations and volunteers have come together to offer the COVID-19 helpline for Ashcroft and Cache Creek. Residents can call 250-457-3422 to arrange for local pickup and delivery of items, find an organization that can help them with what they need, or talk to someone. The phone number is active 24/7 and is staffed by volunteers who have contact information available. Please spread and share this information to ensure that word of the helpline gets to everyone who needs assistance. Help is only a phone call away. And yes, so several people have already called this number. There's already been lots of help and outreach to people in need. So again, no one needs, as I've said before, no one needs to be going through this alone. If you know of anybody that is in need of help, call on their behalf or talk to them in advance and get them to call. There are lots of really good people just waiting to help. So don't not phone. So as its next meeting on, so this is a message from Mayor Roden. I know that she already talked in the show, but this is now off of her Facebook page. So at its next meeting on Tuesday, April 14th, Ashcroft Council will be voting on a motion to rescind third reading of the 2020 budget and give third reading to a revised budget which eliminates the proposed 2.5% property tax increase this year. If passed, this will mean no property tax increase for Ashcroft residents and businesses in 2020. The planned 2.5% increase was in line with increases over the past 5 years and was designed to keep up with costs of living increases, fixed expenses such as hydro, gas, fuel, insurance, etc., which increase almost every year and over which the village has no control. However, Council and staff realize that the COVID-19 pandemic has changed everything, and we recognize that we are all in this together. The freeze in property taxes is one way that the village can show that it understands the difficult times and many residents and businesses are going through. Revising the budget to eliminate the 2.5% increase will not result in any changes to regular services or planned projects. One such project going on at this moment is the repainting of the interior of the community hall, which is underway. When that is finished, new flooring will be laid in the hall and the improvements will make the hall much more inviting for users. A few other minor adjustments have been made to the budget of 2020, most of them caused by the impact of COVID-19 on a few areas. There will be a town hall meeting where members of the public can view the budget and ask questions, and the village is exploring different options regarding what that meeting will look like, depending on what protocols surrounding physical distancing and public gatherings are in place. The next meeting of council is at 4:30 p.m. on April 14th and will be closed to the public because of concerns around public gatherings. Again, this council meeting will be closed to the public because of concerns around public gatherings. However, the agenda can be found on their website, and questions about any items on the agenda can be submitted to the village office no later than 3 p.m. on April 14th. They will be answered during the question period at the beginning of the meeting. The meeting will be filmed by the Hub Online Network and will be available to be viewed on their YouTube channel, which I will have up Wednesday morning. So if you have emails, you can send your questions to cao@ashcroft.ca or call 250-453-9161. So again, yes, there is a council meeting in Ashcroft. There isn't one in Cache Creek, but there is one in Ashcroft. They're saying that you cannot go. It will be filmed by us. Send in your questions in advance and they will bring them up at that time. So where are we here? Okay, so this is talking about rent. So this is the government deal for rent. So this is a new program that will provide a temporary rental supplement for April, May, and June 2020. It will cover part of the rent for low and moderate income renters who have lost income as a result of COVID-19. Applicants will only have to apply once. If they apply in April, they will get payments for all 3 months. If they apply in May, they will get payments for the two remaining months, and it is expected that the first payment will be provided before the end of April. If you are a single person or a couple with no dependents, you can receive up to $300, and if you have dependents, you can receive up to $500. So, again, if you are sitting at home and you have rent that you have to pay, it is in your best interest to apply for this now. Because if you apply now, you will get all 3 months. But if you apply in May, you don't get April. So apply now, and you can get up to $500 if you have dependents for that program. So for the first time in 30 years, oh yes, this is interesting. So for the first time in 30 years, India's snow-covered, now I can't pronounce this, but Dholajar mountain range has become visible to locals as a result of plunging pollution levels resulting from the measures taken to check the spread of the novel coronavirus. And I believe that you can also see the Himalayas. If those are different than the Himalayas, you can see the Himalayas. And in Italy, in their canals, the canals are clear now, so they don't have that green, dirty tint to them. You can see through the water. So the amazing effects of just people not being out and about in all of these different places, and the reducing of pollution. So that is interesting. Now, again, if you're interested in giving me a call, you can call me at 250-457-0538. And let's talk briefly about the Conspiracy Corner. So earlier this week, I talked about how Bill Gates was involved in a thing called something 21. Anyway, so now the other part of a conspiracy theory involving Bill Gates is all of this is happening so that Bill Gates, who is a big proponent of vaccines and has a large stake in vaccines in the world, can give the vaccine for the novel coronavirus to you. And in each vaccine will be a little thing the size of a piece of rice that is a chip. And this is going to be able to monitor you wherever you go. So all of this COVID-19 stuff is being set up and is man-made so that they can give out vaccines with chips to monitor you. So that is a conspiracy for today. Let us know what you think of that one. If you have any other conspiracies that you would like me to talk about, you can email me at hon@ashcrofthub.com, and we will talk about them next week. So the other thing that I have is the person of the day. So every time I go into the pharmacy, I see both Irene and John amongst the rest of the staff. And again, this goes much like yesterday with Victor. Today it goes to the whole staff of the IDA pharmacy and business. So thank you guys all very much. I know that this is a very trying time, but you guys are rocking it. Take your well-deserved weekend off. They will be back Monday to serve you with your prescriptions. So thank you again, John, Irene, and staff. You guys are doing awesome. And remember that the Ministry of Environment has issued a burning ban that includes Cache Creek. Unfortunately, the village will no longer be issuing burn permits. The ban is stated to be in place until at least April 15th. So that if that is you, do not just go and burn stuff. There have been several wildfires in and around Cache Creek already. We don't need to have a repeat of 2017, especially in a time where we're in the middle of a pandemic. That being said, we're also coming into flood season. So if there's any way that you can self-prepare for the possibility of flood, Cache Creek is a flood zone. So from what I've heard is you can't go and have like a sandbagging bee. You can't have a bunch of people go, but there will be sandbags and sand available for you to go and fill up as long as there's nobody else there. So you can't go join people that are filling up sandbags. You can wait for them to leave and then you can go fill up sandbags. But that will be a question that I will get the answer to as to how that works on Tuesday of next week. So that is that. And actually that's all that I have for that whole thing. Where am I here? What else do I have left? Oh yes. So Dana of the Hub Online Network, who is on the island right now, has been putting up daily stories that she has been reading for kids. So if you are interested in checking out what Dana's been doing, you can go to our Facebook page and you can listen to her read stories presented by Bridging to Literacy. So thank you to Bridging to Literacy for hooking that up with Dana. Thank you, Dana, for doing that. That is every day at 10. So be sure to check that out with your kids. And that is really all that I have for today. So please have a safe weekend. Keep your physical distancing. Thank you all very much for watching and subscribing and sharing these videos. I really appreciate it. I think this is lots of good information. But again, if there's something that you would like for us to change, you can email us at hon@ashcrofthub.com. Keep up the positive energy out there, Ashcroft and Cache Creek and surrounding area. You guys are doing awesome, and we will see you on Tuesday, as we will not be doing a show on Monday. Have a good weekend.